Attempt number 2. This will surely go well. And nothing wrong will occur. Nothing bad ever happens. So, IO. You know, I'm trying to... I've been looking at chat on my screen, and I kind of don't know where people put their chats to make it look, but I kind of forgotten, and I don't look at streams much anymore, so I forgot how they make it look good. At least the brain tumor's not acting up. I should be fine. God damn. Do I want the AC on? I know if I turn it off, I want to turn it back on in like 5 minutes because my body is just so used to having it on. So I think I gave people the ability to see this channel. Certain people. Figures. Okay, do I throw... Holy shit. Big ass moon. It's gonna make you smaller just in case you return. I only see General and Cocoon. Well... Wait, did I? I don't know who I gave it to. I gave it to the specific people who didn't... Or I gave it to the specific people who join the streams often. So... Yeah. I feel like I'll regret giving it to Moth and I might take it away if he slurs, but... I figure, why not give him another chance, right? Even if all he does is goon on stream. Also, the other man of the hour is not here yet, so I'll give him like 5 minutes. If he's not here, I'm just gonna start. Yes, 3-strike system, except he passed that like a long time ago. Turn you up. Smaller. Throw my hoodie. My oversized hoodie. Where are my headphones? Wow, he really was listening in. What the fuck? Sorry. It might like cut out every now and again. Also, hello, God Emperor of Tism.
Hello. I have come as the resident robot fucker.
Robot fucker.
I like my mechs. One could say I enjoy mechs a pretty decent amount.
Right. Of course you do.
I am a fan of the big robots. I like them. I like them when they do the whole pew pew shooty bang bang.
Okay, and what separates that from normal pew pew bang bang shooty shit?
Because they are big and they're made of metal and they're cool.
You know what? Fair enough. Okay. Well, 5 minutes did not pass, and he's unfortunately here, so. Let's see. I forgot who else I added to the Moon Rune role, but I'm pretty sure I know Moth and you and Io were the 3.
Why would you allow Moth? Are you suicidal? Are the streams suicidal? Is this a
Look,
call for help?
I said that I will give him another chance. Even though he's already beaten up the 3-strike system, but
Buddy, we are on strike 12, I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't know. I don't keep track. I just remember the amount of times, or well, vaguely remember the amount of times he's said a slur on stream. Okay.
You know what, Io? You are not entirely wrong. That is all I'm going to say.
And is also moon ruined. How are people able to tell? I don't know how that works. Sushi and Por. Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah, I remember Porium because I don't know. I think he's funny.
Porian is truly an inspiration. The ability to overcome the disability of being Swedish and then becoming funny. Truly a man to look up to.
Should all strive to be like Porian. Minus the Swedish part, but
yeah,
you know.
We should all strive to be less Swedish. Just less European in general.
Oh. Well, easy enough for me. Hang on, I'm pulling out the gum. Do I want gum? I don't know. Don't take that out. Porian, the average audio quality of everyone's mic goes up by 40%. I mean, is that meant to be a jab at him, or I feel like that's a jab at him. So mean. Okay. No, you're hating on Porian. No, I'm sure he'll watch this stream, definitely. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so here we are, back at mechs.
I like mechs.
Thank you for your input, mech fucker. Your input is greatly appreciated.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Yeah, I'm taking the gum. Okay. Where was I? Cause I played like clang, clang, clang inside Haka's head. Okay, so Yeah, I got to destroying the Strider. I A ranked that, but what's next?
Well,
Operation Wall Climber.
Oh, have you not finished your training missions? Because I'm pretty sure you get parts for finishing training.
I have not done anything related to these now.
I mean, if you want to get to that, I vaguely remember it being kind of worth it.
I suppose I could give it a shot.
I think that's how you unlock the arena.
Target tracking.
Oh yeah, do be warned. They give you completely separate ACs. If you're not familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, no, I could tell right away when I started shooting this fucking full auto gun.
Right, you said you've been using the small PP pistol for some reason.
Yeah, mostly because my EN output is too high for most other guns. I could use the standard assault rifle, but I was like, nah.
Wait, you mean your EN output is too...
Yeah, like if I...
You mean their EN load is too high?
Yeah, the shortfall, they called it.
Yeah, yeah. So, have you unlocked any engines, or...?
I don't think so. The one that I could unlock just lowers it even further. Like the maximum amount.
I see. Just a little word of advice, when you look at equipment, especially the engines, just check the detail stats, because there's a bunch of stuff that you don't know.
Okay. Hold on. Alright, what was that? Check the stats.
So when you go to the store or your garage, there's one button, I forget what it is, to check the detail stats, and it will show you a bunch of stuff that you would never know otherwise.
Of course.
I mean, it is from some.
Hey, you gotta hit another button to see everything.
You don't get to do the cool mech things unless you raid, motherfucker.
I don't want to read. I just want to shoot shit, not think.
Well, you miss COD by a couple pages on the store, buddy. Now you're stuck with this. Read.
Fucking scan? Really?
Yeah. This might be the most useless function in the game.
Yeah, I didn't even kind of figured it wasn't necessary at all. But
It's mostly there for duels and multiplayer. When you lose sight of someone, it's useful enough to scan. It's not like you lose anything if you do it. But yeah, it's mostly there for duels, or if there's one straggler that you're missing.
God, do I even want to like waste my time with multiplayer?
Fuck no.
Figured.
Yeah, it's just there for the funnies. It's not like in Souls where you got covenants and you get... Oh, there you go. See, you get stuff from training. You got a covenants and you can level them up and you get stuff with your levels. You get absolutely nothing from multiplayer.
That's lame.
Yeah, I mean, it's there for the shits and giggles. Like, most matches usually last like 30 seconds.
Ah, so like every other Souls game.
Not really. I played a decent amount of Dark Souls 3 back in the day, and matches could last upwards of 10 minutes.
I think for me, they just get a. They like spawn in. I fight a guy for like maybe a minute, and then that's it. I never really have to look around for them unless I'm like in. What was it? That fucking lake in Elden Ring.
No, it's not. It's not about looking around for them. It's the fact that the fights can really drag on for a while. But that was Dark Souls 3. I have never tried Elden Ring PvP.
Yeah, no, I've only done like 2 actual serious matches. I also did a bit of invading in Dark Souls 3, but nah. They just don't really click with me. And also, yeah, that shotgun, I don't like the shotgun.
Yeah, shotguns are weird in this game. They don't really feel good. The only
Yeah.
ones I don't know if what the patches did to them, but the only ones that feel good are the Zimmermans. And that's because they're so busted that you really feel well. They're not busted anymore, but at launch they were so fucking busted that the impact felt really good. Other than that, the shotguns really feel like shit in this game.
What the fuck?
Welcome to Armor Core, baby.
What the fuck is...
Yep. Yep. Ready for some math, fucker?
I was never good at math.
Listen, if I could figure it out, so can you.
You... Yeah, no, there's no way. Total arm... Okay. Anti-kinetic defense.
If you don't know what something means, just ask. I probably have an answer for you.
Okay, so I can get the general idea of like the AP and like the attitude stuff, but
Are you sure you have an idea? Because those are the most nebulous stats in the whole thing.
I have the general idea, like they provide defense obviously against the certain things, but
All right, so I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat. Attitude stability is how long it takes for you to get stunned, and recovery is how quickly you recover from stun.
right, because I noticed you don't really lose a whole lot of your or you don't recover your bar very quickly. You just kind of...
Yeah. And I think it also has something related to scanning, but don't quote me on that. It was weird. They had to fix a lot of the stats with patches because of course.
Okay.
Also, you know, QB means quick boost, so gotta take that into consideration as well.
Yeah, I was trying to keep the boost speed at least above 330. Not really working out, but you know, it's still at 332.
Boost speed is not really that important. Um, where you are going to want to focus on is quick boost and energy efficiency in relation to that quick boost. Dazzle, do me a favor and stop breathing, thank you.
What, you don't want super duper here? Isn't there another person that was math nerd? I forgot who. I don't think it was.
I mean, Io, probably.
I was gonna say, I don't think it was. Yeah, there he is. Cough.
Yeah, the fact that you forgot the resident math nerd. Because Io is a math nerd, Rhea is a math tard. Completely different.
Io, he hates you. Ooh. Okay. Do I just keep this pulse blade on?
Well, I mean, it is good. Depending on how you want to play things, especially this early in the game, it's just it's a one-hit kill for most things, and when it isn't, is you can just make it a quick hit and run.
Right. I noticed
And
that,
it, yep,
I was gonna say that tetrapod, that boss tetrapod where you're destroying the helicopters. Like,
yeah,
that fucker was tanky.
yeah. Oh, okay, I remember now. Yeah, yeah, they're sort of the early game mini bosses. You're gonna be one-shotting them soon enough. But yeah,
Hopefully.
the melee weapons, they also work well for extra boost. So there's this little tech. I don't know if they patched it out. Um, but since melee boost has tracking, if there's an enemy that you're trying to chase, you can melee boost, and before the attack comes down, you can cancel it with a normal boost, and then go into melee, or just do anything else. It's really good for tracking.
Wait.
Yes.
I don't get why using this machine gun increases my attitude recovery.
I think it has something to do with the weight. I think the lighter you are, the more you recover, but the easier you are to stun. But that is mostly dependent on your armor. Weapons can shift the balance a small amount, but it's mostly dependent on your armor.
Okay. It should be fine, I think. Yeah, you can just buy a machine gun there too.
Hey, did you check anything? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know, like bazooka. I don't.
Not worth it. Not worth it at all.
Yeah.
Especially not with what you're running right now. Bazookas and that type of weapon is only worth it if you're running either a tank or a tetrapod. Because those can keep moving while you shoot.
Right.
Actually, I don't know if the tetrapod can, but the tanks can for sure.
And as you.
And that goes for anything with a charge attack.
Wait, bazooka has a charge attack?
No, but most things with a charge attack will play a similar recoil animation to the bazooka.
Oh, where you kind of
It-
just stand there?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's just to avoid a recoil.
Also, I never replied. Hello, Uber. I think Dazzle was just trying to say you're a math nerd.
Is he?
I don't know.
I have never seen Uber in relation to anything related to numbers. So, yeah, there you go. Ah, Dazzle. Never stop being stupid. Love you, boo.
Oh, great. And yeah, this is for scan. Scan distance.
Yeah, it's kind of useless. Scanning is the most nothing function in this entire game. Like, it really serves no purpose.
Great. I'm gonna be sure to never hit the down button ever again. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that then. I don't have a actual different core. This just seems worse in general. Aside
All your
from,
legs.
still got only the crawler. I could probably buy some new legs. I just don't know if
Legs
they'll.
matter a lot. Like, if you're thinking weaponry, your build actually starts at your legs, because your legs actually dictate a lot of what you can carry. Because your main issues are always going to be energy and weight. And weight is almost entirely dictated by your legs. Your arms also contribute, but it's mostly your legs.
Wait. Melee specialization?
Yep. That just means your melee does more damage.
And same thing with firearm specialization, I imagine.
Yeah, and it also has something to do with your accuracy, I think. It's weird. Some of the stats actually interact with each other in ways that I cannot fucking tell you. I genuinely don't know. There's a formula out there of that, I'm sure, of how things like effective range and ideal range interact with firearm specialization, but other than
Effective and
that,
ideal range?
did you not see that stat?
No, wait. Where is that?
In the weapons.
Effective range. Direct hit adjustment, recoil, cumulative attack. Yeah, there's charge. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit.
Yep. Yep. I told you. I told you. So yeah, ideal range is where you do your maximum damage, because yes, you do have damage fall off depending on your range, and effective is just within working range. Don't worry about it too much. This is just min-maxing bullshit. As long as it works, it works. But I think there's a couple of weapons that actually do not work at all outside of their ideal range. Like, yeah, you will hit him and it will do damage, but it's a pittance.
Yeah, I already got the FCS.
Wait, the what?
No, I was saying I already bought the FCS. Or the one I could buy.
What was the FCS?
It's the one that just increases or decreases the missile lock-on times or whatever.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, this one. In relation to...
Oh, wait, have you unlocked? Okay, so you got the motherboards, yes. Have you unlocked the permanent upgrades?
These ones? The expansion or whatever? Or...
No, there's that. But no, there's an entirely separate upgrade system that you get points for it, I believe, through the arena. And it's basically how you make your builds within your builds.
It just feels like fucking Warframe all over again.
Just significantly less horny.
True. Except, you know, I ran with Harrow, so...
Did I stutter?
Yeah, but I mean, he's not a horny looking
Did I
character.
stutter?
Look, at the end of the day, he's not horny, so I don't consider the game a horny game.
Okay, let's dispute this fact immediately.
I know there's gonna be things that suggest otherwise, but hey, I also Uber. I'm aware that people with mech fetishes exist. There's Sky from I don't know how to fucking say the corpo names, EIEN or whatever. Because wasn't she the one that wanted to fuck Rusty, the mech part?
Not even Rusty. She wanted to fuck Steel Haze, which is the mech.
I remember seeing like a couple of shorts about that. It's like, huh.
As of this very moment, I am staring at Harrow getting his cheeks clapped.
Cool. Cool.
Truly.
I don't want to look.
Don't worry, I wasn't going to show you. I just wanted you to know that it is a thing that exists and that I am witnessing it at this very moment.
Yeah, I don't want to. I think I'd rather have lived without that knowledge.
But I will hand you this. It is one of the warframes with the least amount of loots.
And which one would that be?
But like I said, Harrow has very little loots. Like 14.
Good. Good.
When Haka said mech autism, really mech. My man, you should know. You should know that I do not take autism lightly. Yes, Uber, I know which one has the least amount because I am currently checking for the purposes of torturing Cypher. This is not information that I possess off the top of my head. Like, I know many fucked up things, but which warframe has the most amount of porn is not one of them.
I can take a guess, but still, there's like at least 10 of them that come to mind.
It's probably Nova. It's probably Nova. Let's be real.
Nova or Ember.
Actually, might as well. Might as well.
Or Valkyr.
Okay. Okay, Nova has 256. Uh-huh. Let's see. So let's just go.
Nice.
Apparently... Okay, it might actually be Mag.
Mag? Really?
Yes. I need to see. Wait.
Sit by a bunch.
Wait, no. It actually it seems it might be Ember.
Okay, I'm pretty sure there was a new skin that came out like 2 months ago that I saw, and it was like making the rounds on Twitter. So
I just got a face full of Ember ass. Wait, was it? What was its name? Wisp?
Wisp was also, yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be the one because they put a lot of emphasis on that one's assets. Wisp Warframe 5, the highest one so far at 519.
Cause I'm pretty sure they remember saying like, what was it? I'm pretty sure it was Wisp that said that the dev said it can get like what, fucking pregnant or something.
Yep, I distinctly remember that. Yes.
And I'm sitting here like, why? Why do we need to know that?
Because we need to sell those skins, damn it!
Not gonna buy a horny skins while I'm shooting fucking infested or robot dudes.
I'm pretty sure the loot skins are meant for a different kind of shooting, my man.
I know, but I just want to play the game, not deal with that.
Yeah, that's you, but the people who spend the most amount of money definitely want to deal with that. They go out of their way to deal with that. It also yes, as well. Wisp is indeed the prego frame.
I don't even know why. I haven't actually looked into why. I just remember that was the thing. Or the case.
Today you will be reminded there are children inside of those things.
I don't think it's children. I think it's just infested infested people.
Well, they sound like children, and the Lotus calls them children, and their physiques are those of teens, so...
Okay, yeah, those are like the people who control it. They're
Yeah,
not actually inside the frame itself, but
I
like,
know, but they are mentally children.
yes, the pilots, if you will.
The pilots are indeed children.
Wow, this is just an Ava reference.
Epic Ava reference?
Wow.
Soypog? Wow, I too am depressed. Cinema.
Fuck. Wow. Jump. Okay.
I too like to jerk off over the bodies of my unconscious teammates while they are recovering in the hospital.
Robot fertilade worked. You could have kept that to yourself there. Yeah,
It
you really
truly
could
could.
have.
It truly could revive a dying star. Oh fuck. Oh.
I
Aside
didn't.
from the Ava joke, yeah.
Okay, I was just gonna. Legs. Ian shortfall. God damn it. It's that fucking laser rifle.
I mean, listen, if you want to, you can just go in with no weapon and say fuck it.
And what, kick them?
Well, you could kick them, but you can also just punch them like a total moron for like 5 minutes.
Didn't realize Armored Core is a spreadsheet game. Maybe I should look into getting it.
Oh, this is the spreadsheet game. You have no idea.
Okay, let me. 82. Come to think of it, it's kind of a Blade Runner reference, with the robot getting prego. Never watched Blade Runner. I don't think I want to watch Blade Runner anymore.
Don't worry, the robot getting prego is only a plot point in the sequel.
You can
Though I
watch
like the
the
sequel
first
more, but...
Yeah, I can watch the first one without worrying about robots getting pregnant.
Don't worry, I watch it for the intriguing plot and psychological turmoil. The pregnant robot is just a bonus.
Cool. Oh.
Also, when you select a motherboard or a chip or whatever the fuck those are called, I forget. You also need to pay attention to your range, the range assist.
Yeah.
You know what that means, right?
Kinda? Hang on.
God damn it, Uber, he was not supposed to know that.
Okay, god damn it. You're joking.
What is it?
I'll be right back. God damn it.
The children had once again come to claim their allowance. They will be neglected no longer. For it is them, or the cigarettes, Father Chipper. So, what's up, Chad? I need to carry this show somehow. Chipper forgot he had a drug deal at 6. You know, sometimes in between the drugs, the drunken haze, and the alimony payments, you tend to forget things. God, I should have brought I should have gone the Tenma model for this. Just gonna be a stupid bullshit Walmart off-brand Tenma in the corner. Actually, I wonder, there's a non-zero chance that he just heard someone fall through the floor again. Because his poor little mud hut is falling apart. Thank you, MT. Thank you. I can always count on you to uplift my spirits. Spedma. uh, I will gladly, and I will gladly take that title. I mean, we established that I would be Sonic Tenma, right? So yeah, it fits, you know. Spedma, speed. You know, it works. It works. The most autistic out of all the Tenmas. Why are you base, Sonic? You see, we had this bit going on during one of the praise streams, and not like Shionic. Again, we had this bit of this bit going on during one of the praise streams, and it just kind of devolved into this, and I never bothered changing it. I think, actually, do I still have the Sonic Shiori image? Maybe I could change it to that. Because the joke was it being designs from this artist specifically, but sadly they stopped at council, so there was no Shiori. I mean, there are Sonic versions of Shiori, but you know they don't have this amount of soul. But maybe I could accommodate, because fuck it, why not? Yeah, log in with Discord. Yeah, I authorize you to explore my anal cavity, thank you. Oh, there it is. Still there. Alright, let's see if that worked. Right, is it up? There we go. It has officially updated. You see, you see the problem now? It's too high quality. And the character itself, this one is equally great. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I wish it had more soul. You know, I wish it had that little coloring book quality to it. Not in the same vein, yeah. And also the characters too. The drawing itself is not big enough to to actually like, if you saw this at a glance and you didn't know it was Shiori, then I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really it doesn't really come through, you know? Yeah, no soul. It's quality, but no soul, buddy. No soul. You can produce your own Shionic. You see, I could do that, yes. But I sadly happen to have at least a modicum of this pesky little thing called shame. So, alas, there will be no homebrewed Shionic for now. Cap. Hey, I have a little bit of shame, all right? At least a little. You know? There has to be something holding me back. Otherwise, it's just otherwise you get person, and no one wants more person. Wow, he's really taking his time, huh? I wouldn't be surprised if he just ended stream out of nowhere. Yeah, exactly. What do you? No, not in that. Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you. I may be homosexual, but I am in no way gay. What is wrong with you?
Okay.
What am I up? What am I up to these days? Nothing. Just been boring, really. Doing the usual.
Well then.
Bumping fights. Shit posting. I'm gonna take care of my grandma. That's kind of it, really.
Uh-oh. There's something going on out there, no? Well, I don't think.
Getting a high school education. I already have a high school education. I just haven't bothered to go grab my diploma or degree or where the fuck they're supposed to give you in the U.S.
What? Leaving high school?
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Neither did I.
I mean, just okay. Just for so there's no room for confusion. I did complete it. I finished it. I am officially a high school graduate. I just haven't gone to pick up the thing because the school people scare me. Don't worry about it. What a bunch of fucking dropouts. I completed it. Fuck you. I did my time. I survived a bunch of tragically melanated individuals for over 2 years. And no, seriously, my class was like 90% melanated individuals, and it was hellish. It was painful.
Also, what the fuck is your profile picture?
So listen, there was a discussion while you were away about why I was Bay instead of Shionic, and I was trying to make a point that that I do have a Shionic Fugi, but it doesn't have the same amount of soul, and now I kind of don't want to change it back.
So I just gotta deal with this now. Oh, whoops.
Is there gonna be a difference? The autism is the same.
Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Also, seems there's a bunch of drunk people out, so might hear a lot of.
So that's what kept you?
Yeah. To be honest, still might have to, but I think they're leaving. I think.
You said me. Io, this might okay. Io, you know what? You beautiful bastard. You beautiful, beautiful bastard. We're going in, gamers. We are going in.
I haven't even started yet. We've been at this for 50 minutes. I haven't even started a fucking mission. Ugh. I look over. I really do not want to look over again.
I have officially completed my transformation into Shionic.
Yeah? How do you feel?
This truly is the transition I always predict. I truly feel like I finally belong in my own body. Body dysmorphia, baby? Nah.
Okay. I'll ignore the training for now. I'm gonna do Operation Wall Climber.
Oh, this is the mission that gets all the ladies wet.
Why?
You'll see.
This request comes straight from Archibus.
Hell, I'll even recreate it for you when we get to it.
They want you to assist with a mission the corporations are calling Operation.
Consider it an immersive experience, free of charge.
Second Squad. I will chair the briefing for this mission. This is an operation of my own design. Consider it a privilege to be called to participate. You will be attacking
thank you,
the
V2
Wall,
Snail.
a key trading outpost fortified by the Rubicon Liberation Front. The rabble have formed a defensive line.
I love
comprised of
Snail. He's such a
and
dick.
MT squads. Break through the line, then make
God, they
your way to
even
the
got the
top
right
of the
voice
wall.
for it.
Oh yeah, the voice acting in this game is
a
great.
mobile heavy artillery platform. Destroy it. V4 will also be
what?
participating in this mission, infiltrating through a separate route.
Oh god, he has the
Be aware
muzzle.
that Balaam has also taken a crack at the wall, only for their vague hopes to be dashed.
Okay, yeah, you're finally starting to understand what I meant.
Dog out there.
Oh, what did you just say?
About the ladies getting wet?
No, what Snail just said at the end there.
Oh.
I saw dog and that's it.
Oh yeah, yeah, a lot of the characters are gonna call you dog throughout the game. You just gotta get used to it.
Great.
Yeah.
Wait.
Sister Hawkeye, commend your bravery. Hell yeah, Sister Slay.
Also, Uber, shut up. I was gone for like 5 minutes. Had to see if
Your objective is to take the liberation.
there was actually shit going on or if they're just yelling around on a phone. They were yelling around on a phone.
Credits. 621.
And had to just go out and see if there was anything worth recording.
No.
He already had the world star shout ready within his lungs.
Activating combat mode.
Syfy the dog. I'm a wolf, have you know.
We'll start by clearing the way for Archibus.
Meet my OC, Copernicus the Night Wolf.
And the Baus tetrapod.
He has a very tragic past.
What the
Fire
fuck?
coming from up top. 621. Keep an eye out for cover.
His dad called him a poopy head one time, and his life hasn't been the same since.
It's a fucking... I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally hit L1.
This is truly the gameplay we all came here to see.
I mean, it is.
Gatling cannons destroyed.
Yeah,
The friendly MT squad will take care of the city.
it sure beats staring at numbers.
Baus tetrapod MT 621.
I mean, for most, I'm pretty sure there's someone like Io out there would enjoy it.
I like my mech autism when it comes to customizing it. Every day, I thank God that I don't have the money to splurge on Gundam Breaker 4. Because that's gonna be days of staring at menus.
You play like women? Shut up. I don't know who that is, or if he just meant women.
I think that's probably going to be it. I gotta get used to boosting a lot more.
Books.
You're really sluggish. Also,
Thanks.
I don't want to do any backseating, but again, the game. Oh, never mind. I was just about to ask and saw that you already knew. Never mind though. Come on, Chipper, I believe in you.
Most tetrapod MT eliminated.
Like also, you know, having to keep hats on, you know, talking to you while also playing is not used to it.
Don't worry about it. I can put it a one-man show. Just think of my ramblings as colored commentary. You are free to engage at your leisure.
Do I want to?
Confirmed. You're inside the
You're stuck with me, Chipper.
prepared for close quarters combat.
No, unfortunate. Wait, I also just remembered there's a big boy here that I have to kill.
Do you read me? This is B4. You're fast. Get your sugar the
So, Asshole, in regards to that, the thing is, the story always involves the corporations coming to deeply regret the fact that they allow mercenaries to have this sort of machinery. Oh, hey, Gramps. What's up? Welcome to me being autistic about robots and maybe sorta kinda wanting to fuck them. Featuring Chipper.
Okay, I didn't.
There should be a lift nearby. The target is close.
Sure. Yeah. Do you want to be robot autistic? Wait, does he? Because I didn't give him. I don't think I gave him. I actually didn't see him on the list. Okay, hang on. Dramps. Dramps.
He's at rock already in hand. There's a joke to be made there, but I will not be the one to make it.
Okay. There you go.
Hello, Grandpa.
What the hell was?
Am I in?
Yeah, you're in. Do you have?
Yeah, you're in.
Haka, did you have like a text-to-speech thing on?
Mayhaps.
The hell did you have on?
Don't worry about it.
Also, are you a mectist as well, Zenlar?
I don't know about robots specifically, but I like giant machines.
Giant. Oh God.
I'm kind of more of a ships guy.
Oh, so you got like that one YouTube channel. What's their name? Maritime Horror.
Yeah, I like them. There's another YouTube channel I have. Let me go dig it out. It's a sci-fi based channel that's really good. And I swear to God, the guy who does the channel I'm looking for sounds exactly like Remlay's 40K Theories. So I don't know if this is one of his alt accounts.
Also, I was gonna ask if, you know, big machines, would you by any chance happen to possess the train system?
No, you'd have to talk with Sopmod Senior for that one.
Alright then.
Who?
The guy who never talks to my server.
I think I know who you're talking about. You said Sop, right?
Yes, Sopmod Senior.
Okay. Yeah, GFL person.
621.
Yeah, I got so many YouTube subscriptions right now. It's like a needle in a haystack at this point.
What's this?
Where is it?
Yeah, I actually tend to go through my subscription like once every year and just call whatever I don't watch anymore.
Found it. Where the fuck am I even posting it?
Okay.
Fuck it, general.
Okay, Chipper. Get ready for what I believe to be a pretty accurate recreation of the average female reaction to the following scene.
You must be Raven. One of the infamous handler Walter's hounds. Interesting.
I didn't even hear it.
You ready to climb the wall?
That's just like a very short squeak at the start.
Didn't even.
Heavy mobile kit. I wouldn't recommend.
Wait, the whole thing didn't come through?
No, I just heard like the very initial squeak of a woman.
Fuck. Alright. Well, I guess that was the more accurate. That was the most accurate part of all.
For all intents and purposes, I think legally distinct gun tank is cute.
Yeah, I do like this gun tank as portrayed by, I guess you could say China. Yeah, this is looking very China. Right. Actually, looking at it, I think it looks more like the. What's the name of the?
I don't know.
Let me. I. Is it just all this? Yeah. Yeah, it looks more like the black. More than.
This is V4. Understood. Raven, I just got an update from Snail at command. We got enemy reinforcements incoming. If I don't intercept them, we're both toast. I hate to leave you like this. You'll have to finish without me. It's gone. So much for our decoy.
Wasn't there a streamer who skipped the unicorn and got really jealous over Rusty? I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, but it was all over. The whole interaction happened over Twitter. Man was throwing a melty, not realizing that Rusty was not even wasn't even a person.
I don't think I've ever watched Armored Core gameplay, and the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm hating it.
It's mostly chipper. It's usually way faster than this.
Well, no, that's the reason. It's too fast. I'm more of a biotech guy. This is like way too fast. There's no sense of scale. You know, it's like kaiju. It's like kaiju filming 101. It's like you need to be lower camera angle, needs to be a little slow. It's like this here is like fucking like Super Robot Gundam level fast.
Yeah, but then again, armored cores are not supposed to be really that big. They are pretty small. Also, many thanks to Based MT for providing the archives of the Psycho of the Rusty Psycho.
Then have you played Mech Warriors RCs? I haven't played any mech game, honestly.
Fucking chill.
I mean, they are kind of they've been a dying genre since forever.
I know, if I were to play any mech game, it would be like the old Mech Warrior stuff where it's like very slow, very clunky, and you take one step wrong, you're dead.
Yeah. So tanks with legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, point and laugh. Oh my god, Rusty, hi!
You really didn't need to restart.
Okay, now, in honor of this, of the current series of events, I will read out loud this Kitso email from the guy who was jealous of Rusty.
Just a quick catch up for Grandpa. This is completely separate drama from last night's stuff, right?
Yeah, no, this is just this is the funny.
Okay.
Because someone was jealous of the character that is currently on screen that fighting alongside.
Okay.
So the email reads as follows: "You just lost out on a fan. It was cool to see a female with a unique voice. I almost followed. Almost. Until you kept talking about your boyfriend. You are doing career suicide, speaking about him so often in your channel. I hope you and Rusty are happy. Enjoy being a low tier and relevant VTuber."
Wait, who was this?
Some VTuber called Vincent. Never heard of her. 10k followers, I guess. Apparently she does stream. So.
That's a lot of bots.
Yeah, her tweets get no engagement.
Speaking of bots, I had a couple of bots come into my stream last night and do shill services and stuff, and I banned them both. And it's a funny thing I noticed with bots, this is on Kick. The funny thing I noticed about bots is that they'll sub to you, do their sales pitch, and even if you ban them, they'll stick around. So it's like bot. It's like an inverted bot inflation of my sub count.
To learn more, Google robot inflation.
That was a very difficult setup. I'm glad you hit the ball. Okay.
That's so appreciated. Come on, Chipper. I believe in you. Do it for Rusty. Do it for our boyfriend, Rusty.
Who the fuck is ours?
Our boyfriend.
Our.
I just realized which one's the enemy help her. I'm slowly learning.
He's learning. But yeah, if you think this is fast, check out Armored Core for answer gameplay. That is, I don't know how they managed to cram that into a PS3. But it will actually give you whiplash in real life.
Wow, gone.
He did it for our boyfriend, Rusty.
Operation Wall Climb.
Yay!
Our. Not in a polycule. The first. Not first
We're
try.
missing. We're missing Moth for the 4 fanboys in a dream podcast.
I did see him on. But he's probably dead now.
He might be scared of his final strike.
This is where the women get wet.
Okay, the women getting wet happen already.
One new message.
They start gushing it a little bit. Like the continuous stream of fluids starts soon.
I think I should tell you
The
something.
last time I checked, all of our women are gay.
Wall Climber.
Unironically.
Planning to sacrifice.
Yeah.
The plan was to
There's. Oh my God! He said we're buddies.
step in and take over. But instead,
Get used to that.
No. They're in the same room, breathing the same air. Clearly, they're butt fucking. Clearly.
that's
Oh, you have no
why.
idea. Like they are so deep in each other's guts.
Shit, this was an old joke even before I was born. Hey, the Mary Sue thing, the Mary Sue fanfic popularized the concept of Mary Sue, but at the end of the day, it was a gay Kirk / Spock / fic.
Of course, it's fucking Kirk and Spock.
Yeah, but I still find it kind of funny that everyone just remembers the trope that came out of it and kind of gloss over the fact it's a gay fic.
Yeah. Okay. Despite all of my numerous internet crusades in search of the bizarre, I have never actually read any of those fics, so I need to ask. Who and Spock's logical mind was determined to be the designated top?
I have not read that airfic since university. I forget.
Oh, but he knows.
Or
But
like,
he
well, when I went to university, I finally had decent internet connection. So all this stuff I heard about, like in tales and legends, I heard growing up as a kid and teenager. But like with my 28K modem dial-up, I never really partook. But once I got to university, it's like okay, I went through like a splurge of like internet history stuff, and that fanfic was one of them.
This man really had his mind open to the endless wonders of the internet, and one of his first thoughts was, gay porn. Yes.
The end result, yes, but not the intention.
One could say it was a side effect.
Shit, I remember the first Christian stream.
Oh god.
YouTube came out in 2004.
I thought it was 2006.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Facebook.
Yeah, because everyone. Yeah, because whenever anyone talks about anyone on YouTube, it always starts in 2006.
I found it. When did I'm just looking at when did YouTube go live as a site? Launched February 14, 2005. Okay, I was a little off.
Okay, yeah, it was in the middle.
Yeah, but like YouTube is well, it's just so funny. Like Facebook and YouTube both came out like right in the middle. Actually, I'll throw a WoW into this too. I was in university from 2003 to 2007 and stuff, and like all the major internet pioneer crap that we have today came out during that time. It was a wild time.
And to think everything is still standing somehow.
Not everything. I remember. I think, me and Uber went over a little while ago a bunch of like Google products and stuff, and we're like, I remember that.
Okay, yeah, but Google products is just, it's, you know, it needless to say, it's a fucking graveyard.
As time goes on, the dead internet theory becomes more true, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, then I was gonna bring up the site, yeah. What was the last thing that Google killed? Was it Stadia? It was Stadia, right?
Probably, I think.
Fuck, me and Uber were looking at that a few days ago. I already forget.
Yeah. Also, Uber, you said AC4. No, AC4 is good. AC4 answer is incredible, and then AC5 is the one that kind of sucks.
I don't even want to look at what that suggestion is. Whoever suggested that on Throne, die.
What is it? Come on, don't go around vague posting.
Horse eye insert masturbation rod, urethral catheter sound, stretcher, dilation, stimulation, massage, penis plug, sex toys for male. AliExpress.
Okay, full disclosure. For once, it wasn't me.
Do you really want to insert a lead-based device into your PP? Because it's coming from China, so of course there's lead in it.
Ask Moth. Maybe if you put in like a bug thing on it.
I'm sure there's worse things that you could put in there. Flashback to Guts.
No, I don't see the image.
My favorite short story.
Wait, what?
What?
QB reload ideal weight?
Okay, let me give this a look. QB. Okay, what is it?
Cypher's too fat. Haha. Point and laugh.
This is known. For he is a certified gamer.
No, I'm not fat. I just don't have EN shortfall. I'm not EN enough.
He just has a big frame, alright? He's big armored.
I saw that one of the stats was like EN consumption, or yeah, upward EN consumption. That's your primary stat. Consume.
But at least it's not. Wait, okay, I'm still not overweight.
He's a growing boy. He needs his energy. He needs to consume his energy.
Yeah, he wants to specialize in consumption so yeah, he can upward thrust.
I got jump scared by Sisyphus.
And he needs to work. He needs to work on his duration, and he needs to work on his ideal weight.
So he can maximize his current load.
Oh, his reload time's horrible. Cipher, test. You're never gonna please him that way.
I hate you
You
all.
gotta up your attitude recovery, buddy.
Wait, okay. Melee attack thrust. Okay. EN. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
do you know what any of this means?
I'm pretty sure melee attack EN consumption is like the fuel you'll have when you
The
know.
fuel required to perform the attack, yes.
Yeah.
Well, not so much require, but how much you will consume, because you can have less than you need and still do it.
What is QB reload ideal weight?
I forget, but I think it's related. It basically, the okay. If you're within a certain total weight, your quick boost will reload faster.
Okay. It's good for AB. And what's AB?
Assault boost. It's basically the one mode where you fly forward really fast.
Okay.
Basically your sprint.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it's kind of like the sprint thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't really use the AB all that much. I don't know if I should.
It depends. It's actually good for dodging and avoid tracking a lot of the time. And one thing that you can do is do it quickly to transition into a kick.
Let's not talk about my reload time. I know.
He has a hard time with his reload time. He needs to up his recovery. But the poor man, he just doesn't have the EN output.
Look, it's because of the damn laser, alright? But I like the laser. Could probably just replace it with more rockets.
I swear, babe, it's just the laser.
Why not? Just add more rockets, I guess. So they got the pulse gun. I don't know, it doesn't look all that interesting. It just looks like a microwave thing. Can't use a laser cannon. Pulse buckler. Pulse buckler features a really long initial guard. I haven't bought any of these. Do I want to buy any of these? Are these even any good? Oh no, I haven't even looked at these. God. I didn't earshot in your back for a second. Nope. Nope, not me. Anti-kinetic defense. Okay, yeah, that's high. I mean, they're all high, but...
We're gonna be one chunky ass motherfucker.
It's not the worst, I don't think. Look, it's better than this, alright?
Alright, just so you know, some of these cores are built for tank threads. So don't be surprised if your build starts to fall apart. Which is why I always say start with the legs.
Oh no. Oh. So I can't just be a tank. A literal
You
tank.
have-
Holy shit.
You didn't know?
I just looked at the AP. It's like 6,000
Oh.
more. What the
Yep.
fuck?
Yep, but you're not gonna be dodging anything with that shit.
You can be whatever you want.
You can be whatever you wanna be, Barbie girl. It is, after all, your Barbie world.
Am I really
Who's the
Ken
Ken in
enough?
this equation?
I think we might be a weird Ken amalgamation.
Yes,
Ew.
us three. We're all Ken.
No, you're Barbie.
Nope.
Sorry, but you're not Ken enough to be Ken.
Yes, I am. There's a lightweight tank to unlock later. Yeah.
He was not supposed to know about the wheelchair.
What? Wheelchair?
You'll see. You'll see.
Okay. Yeah, there. it
Okay,
is.
something that the game doesn't tell you, so I might as well just let you know now. Okay, so you got your normie legs, then you got your reverse joints. Reverse joints are pretty are staples of speedy builds, and they help a lot with jumping.
So I can see.
And the tetrapods are for hovering. So if you want to stay in the air a long time, you go for the not tetrapods, quadrupods, whatever the fuck. And if you just wanna tank a lot of damage, but move slow like fucking molasses, you go with the tank.
Okay. A missile rat. Forgive me, I am with one mech expert here. A
Right,
not
so-
so mech expert, and then there's me. I don't know much about anything related to big, giant ass machinery, whether fiction or not.
I'm busy right now converting an old StarCraft animated portrait from WebP to GIF, because fuck WebP.
Understandable.
A most important of tasks. But don't worry, Chipper. With our combined autism, we can solve this, even if 90% of the autism is mine.
Okay, well,
So yeah,
first, let me just look at this.
Just keep this in mind, you know, normie legs, just normie, reverse joints, jumpy, quadrupod, hover, tank, Tiananmen Square. I said what I said.
Okay. That's not expecting that. Okay.
Neither was the guy in Tiananmen Square, but look at what happened.
So. Okay, let me just. You know what?
Alright,
I'll fuck around with
mission
some legs here.
accomplished. Order has been restored.
Yeah! Just like in Tiananmen Square.
Okay, shut up. Yes.
Well, to be fair, the StarCraft battle cruiser captain is Russian, so you know they also have their crackdowns too. So it kind of meshes. It kind of meshes.
You know, call me here, call me there. There's no difference.
The Russian ranks is in charge for share responsible. Alongside our weapons by battle and reverse joint ACs is more focused on mobility to enable hovering based fire support. Yeah, hovering. Wait, what is hovering? Is that like? I just realized.
What do you mean?
Like hovering. What's the difference between?
Basically, Okay, so the only way to stay level without the quadrupod legs is by boosting around, and that consumes a lot of fuel. With the quadrupod legs, you can just fly in place, and fuel consumption is really slow.
Let's see.
And also, you don't get affected by recoil. Unless it's something really heavy, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, you know what? I'll try it. Thank you. Thank you for that.
No problem. You know I got you, baby.
BB Goral. I should go all lightweight, but I need to be able to dodge really well because I only have 8,000 EP. It's not that bad. It's only like 1,000 less than mine. 2,000. Wait. Okay, no.
Don't worry, your AP is plenty big, baby girl.
Die. BB Coral. Portals? Wait, does that mean I can shoot this thing without... God.
The only thing that would have any kind of recoil out of what you have, I'm pretty sure, is the pistol when it's fully charged.
A pistol?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the pistol has charging.
I don't think it does.
If it's an energy weapon, is it energy or kinetic?
Kinetic.
No, it could still have charging. There you go. There's your hover. You notice how slow the consumption is?
Yes, I did. That's
gonna be really helpful in the future.
I'm still probably gonna fuck it up somehow, so. I suck at managing things. Okay, yeah, pistol. No, not that.
You know, you could have just switched the pistol within the testing menu, right?
Yeah, I looked at that once and then I kind of forgot about it, not gonna lie.
The absolute state of this man. And also, I'm pretty sure it will tell you,
Yeah, there's no charging on this.
Okay,
This
never mind.
one
Then
has
I'm,
it, so not this one.
then I'm thinking of something else. So yeah, that you don't have anything that needs that deals with recoil. Maybe the laser gun that you used to have on your shoulder.
Yeah, that did.
That did, yeah. But since you removed it,
Yeah, there's no way I can put it on now. I don't have enough EN load for it. I'm not
load
loaded
is
up
so
now.
small, pathetic.
Die.
How can you call yourself a man when your load is that small? Itty bitty tiny pathetic load.
Oh yeah, and what's your load, huh? Don't answer.
Well, I don't want to talk about my load anyways. But I can assure you it's very big.
I don't know how I feel about this ambiguously gay duo reboot.
You get used to it after a point. Also, I do remember someone saying something that I was going to answer.
The load reflects the chip. Oh my god, Chipper! You're officially a two-view!
Wow. Okay, to be fair, that last AC6 stream, I did see the thing, and I was apparently had like 12 views at one point. Wow. Which is surprising considering just how chaotic that stream was. I couldn't do shit for nothing.
I'm kind of angry at myself for missing that one.
You really did not need to be there. We didn't need 4 people ruining the start.
That was such a wonderful series of events. It will never be replicated.
Thank God. Moth he's in school now, so we don't have to worry about him getting on at like 2 or 3 in the morning for him. At least I hope not.
I'm just looking at my metrics, and I don't know how, but on Kick I got 46 views on my TTS last night video.
Wait, TTS? Oh, you have to resort to TTS.
Yeah, my microphone. Okay, long story short, my microphone wasn't working last night, so I had to resort to TTS. And this morning, I figured out it was my USB hub gave up the ghost again.
The wonders of technology, derogatory.
Yes.
Yes, I noticed that because I realized my follow sounds are still not working, even though I fixed it like 5 hours ago. So no one heard Sisyphus go Minos appetizer. Also, thank you, Raging Snapper, for the follow. I never mentioned it because they were talking, and I suck at remembering.
Would you look at that, Chipper? You're making your way up in the world.
Yeah, until, you know, you drop another Tiananmen Square joke and someone doesn't like it, and you're like, but you know what? Whatever.
If someone doesn't like the Tiananmen Square jokes, they can consume the chode. It's fine. Besides, it's not like Tiananmen Square actually happened, am I right? My fellow compatriots. Comrades.
No comment.
1989 wasn't that long ago.
Sure, sure.
Thankfully, nothing happened during that time.
1980. Like 35 years ago.
Thank you for confirming that you can do basic math, Chipper.
Shut up.
We believed in you this whole time.
I didn't change my head. Oh well.
Got a job for you, 621. One of the Balaam companies has put in a request.
Also, this guy really does act like your father.
13 Raven. This request comes from our affiliate Dafeng.
Dafeng.
I will not make the joke. I will not make the joke.
Hey, you look during the first like mission where you meet Iguazu, he does say, "Don't let them teach you bad manners." Like, okay, Dad.
No, I'm just listen.
Yeah, but it's not the giant robot from Titanfall, so it's not the same.
Trust.
He'll be targeting the brief window where their main force is deployed elsewhere.
I wish I had a giant robot that could throw me across a chasm.
Actually, speaking of robots and throwing things, I actually... fuck, I buried the link somewhere. I actually found a little clip of the Dreadnought in Space Marine 2 throwing that statue into the Helldrake. Oh man, the atmospheric storytelling in Space Marine 2 is so adorable. I love it.
I've been steering clear of everything. I want to go in blind.
Time to take a break from shooting up the place.
There's a lot of environmental things going on and stuff, and if the camera is not, it doesn't like auto lock into things happening most of the time, so that's pretty nice. But sometimes it'll be like, little prompt, look at this thing.
Timer.
Okay, but I do need to ask, was my theory about the Dreadnought being playable correct, or is it just background stuff?
It was a mini escort mission.
Fuck you, Saber. Go on, my big coffin.
I don't know. The whole interaction was great. Great. I'm not gonna spurg over too much.
Oh. Damn. You can never go wrong with big robot.
It's probably the best escort mission of all time because you're escorting a fucking tank.
True.
It was completely overwhelmed by Fee 4 Rusty's speed. This was clearly a one-sided engagement.
Wow, Rusty is so cool.
This gives us some more
And he thinks you're cool. So that makes you double cool. Wow.
Yes, until I, get run over again by the fucking juggernaut.
But don't worry, because then he's gonna be there to pick you up and call you buddy. And all the ladies are gonna scream and cream.
Unidentified AT.
I'm trying to look for a gif of the dreadnought beating up the Helldrake, and now I'm seeing TikTok videos about TikTok.
Also, Chipper, do you even know what you're looking for?
Not really, just these destroyed wrecks.
Okay, so you do know. Okay, you don't need to tell me. I don't need to tell you anything. All right.
Yeah, I saw the first one. I was like, okay, maybe it's these.
Okay, all you gotta know is that this is the Rusty glazing mission. Like, they're gonna be just choking on that glizzy.
Notably, Rusty appears to favor kinetic weaponry that Vespers members would not normally use.
This is useful.
He's such a rebel. He is out of the norm. He is so cool. Are you wet yet?
Maybe not me.
Has your genitalia become moisturized yet?
God, no. Wrong person. Comms record extracted from a wreck. This appears to be a conversation between allies prior to the start of a mission. We can't beat the top Vespers. We're as good as dead. At least Z is off duty. She's the Liberation Front's little sister. She doesn't deserve to be out there on the battlefield. She can still love and be loved. Have a family. Oh.
Family. And then they all got nuked. By Rusty. Because he is so cool.
Looks like they're out scavenging. Could be a dozer.
His genitals go because he can never maintain moisture ever again.
He didn't research the moist upgrade.
He is lacking in lubricant.
Sorry, I'm not the lubing type. Access it, damn it.
He goes in hard and raw. The chafing is only better. The chafing makes it better.
Contains leftover data from an attempt to communicate with V4 Rusty during combat. How could you? I know who you are. I've seen Uncle's files. At least tell me why. Then he gets blown up.
Interesting.
Insert Backstreet Boys here.
Tell me why. I don't know.
Nothing but a heartache.
What the fuck is
Keep
this
an eye
last
on
one?
the clock. Either avoid combat or make it quick.
No,
I
thanks.
would like to point you to the giant hole.
Do I really need to jump in there?
I don't know,
I am used to not jumping down huge holes, okay?
Clearly, you're bottom then.
Yeah,
I
he
wish you
likes-
nothing but suffering.
You know how he rolls with the Fujos. He's the one getting jumped out his hole.
Well, considering there's a sounding device on his throne, the only hole he's interested in is his pee hole.
Okay, that was suggested. I haven't done anything with it yet.
Still, it is pretty obvious that the Fujos are coming in lured in by the spelunking experience.
System log extracted from a wreck allows one to examine the commands received by the craft prior to its destruction. No data regarding offensive or evasive maneuvers detected. It appears that the pilot of this craft immediately pulled the emergency eject lever at the start of the operation. Okay. Damn.
That's because Rusty was so cool that they didn't have any time to react. Whoa. Huh, weird.
Wait, no, there's a window.
Oh, okay, so that's when it happened. Okay.
Oh, really?
What? Oh. So yeah, you got about 20 seconds to kill this bitch. Good luck. Otherwise, you're not getting that S rank.
Nah, it's not like I've been getting S ranks anyways.
Killer Chipper!
We've got enough logs to satisfy the request. It's a fast system. Return to base.
No, he's almost dead. Look. Now that I know where the things are, I'll do it later.
Combat log. You suck.
You suck more.
Combat log. Kill yourself,
Go 13
nerd.
Raven.
What?
You bagged us some decent intel on V4. I'll report this to Commander Michigan. Additionally, I'll introduce myself.
Okay.
Gun 6 Red. But you can call me sir. Privileged to be among Balaam's best. Even if
Oh yeah, now that I think about it, Chipper, have you seen anything in regards to any missions later on?
I've literally only seen the ending for
Registration number
C.
RP23. Call sign. Raven.
Idiot. Anyway,
Your records have been updated.
so you haven't seen the worm?
Granting authorization
The
to
butt
perform
worm?
ACOS upgrades.
just from a trailer.
Okay,
All minds
so you
hereby
haven't
advise
spoiled
you to
yourself.
the Arena
Good.
Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program.
Why? What?
The Arena is a virtual combat simulator
You see,
designed to support the development
the
of
moment with
registered
Rusty
mercenaries.
before is when the ladies
It also
start
serves
to
as a
get
benchmark
wet.
to appraise and rank
The worm
mercenaries
fight is
active
when the
on
ladies
Rubicon.
explode.
We look forward to your participation.
The worm.
Yes. Fittingly enough. Ladies love their worm.
Cool.
Maybe
Great.
not for the reasons you may expect.
I don't want to ask.
What can I say? Ladies love a good worm.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Worm, yes.
Yeah, a worm, which is loved by the ladies. The ladies who love the worm.
Can I kill this motherfucker?
You cannot kill me in any way that matters.
One day. One day. $45?
Also, I think you just unlocked the arena. You might want to check that out. Or at least you unlocked something.
Use this huge formalize upgrade. Damn, he's an F. Invincible Rummy.
This is where you get the stuff for the permanent upgrades. Get ready to make a build within your build.
Not yet, not yet.
Nah, yeah.
Just give me a sec. Okay. This thing's alright. It's just the sweeping thing is kind of strange.
I mean, you don't need to do it if you don't hold it.
Yeah, but then I missed out on another attack. Also, I don't know, I'm just kind of used to hitting the... I'm just used to holding it down at this point.
Also, you don't really miss out because if you don't hold it, the cooldown is shorter. The main purpose of this is to catch dodges, basically. Because of the sweep.
Let me see.
Also, do note that a little late for me to be saying this, but do note that a bunch of my info might be outdated because they patched the shit out of this game since I last played. And ever since Elden Ring, they have this obsession with gutting weapons at the drop of a hat.
Can anyone confirm?
How I miss my drill. My drill was so cool.
Drill?
Don't worry about it. It's just the coolest weapon in the fucking game. My drill pile bunker combo.
Do you...
Gone forever. What?
Do you like Gurren Lagann?
Oh boy, do I! Was this not a known fact? Resident mecha friend with piles upon heaping piles of autism, like Gurren Lagann, is this really not known?
I mean, I kind of figured, I just didn't think it'd be like, you know... Is it one of your favorites?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I mean, to be fair, it is a good show, I'll give it that.
Dude, okay, so, little bit of a look behind the autism. So, there was this one time,
At band camp?
No, this is not a gay experience story. We can save those for after hours.
Save that for the M's watch along.
Sure. Anyways, there was this one time, I think it was 2008. It was prime autism. Since Elden Ring, they nerfed the shit out of Miracles in Dark Souls 2. No wonder. Yeah, I didn't know because I didn't follow Dark Souls 2 at all. I kind of erased that game from my mind until years later when I got it on sale and still didn't like it. But anyway, a little bit of a look behind the autism. It was, I think, 2008. You know, the show had just come out the year prior. It was one of those things that, you know, when you got the hardcore autism and you have this one thing and you become hyper focused in it for God knows how long. So Gurren Lagann was that for me at the time. So okay. How do I really want to go this deep into the autism hole?
Maybe.
You know what? I already started the story. Fuck it. So, I take it all of us here have watched Gurren Lagann, right?
I have, yes.
I got through most of the first season.
Okay, that's enough. So you know the pose that Kamina does when on the first, I think it's the first episode. Yeah, the first episode when the ceiling of their cave starts to crumble.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pointing towards the sky. So so there was this one day where we got hit with a really sizable earthquake. I think you can kind of guess where this story is going already.
How bad did you get your ass beaten for doing that?
I didn't.
Okay.
Because I was always too fucking big for my age, so everyone was afraid of me. But let's just say my lack of social interaction did not improve after that. So yeah, it was in the middle of school. Fucking earthquake hits. They tell us to do the usual, you know, hide behind the desk, whatever. Not behind, underneath. And in my infinite autism, you know, I am hit by a brain blast, a spark of genius. My stupid fat ass gets on top of the desk, trying his best not to eat shit, as the earth beneath me shakes, and I stand up loud and proud, and I do the Kamina pose, pointing towards the fucking ceiling. And my teacher might or might have not called me a slur.
Why the fuck am I taking up the entire screen?
Actually, yeah, same question. What? Why? Why, Chipper? Why are you doing this?
Had to, you know, emphasize the man of the hour here.
The man, the myth, the autism.
The God Emperor of Tism even.
They would get the shit out of me with waterboarding. That's just the part that, like, your fucking teacher just calls you a slur in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's a slur that I definitely cannot say on Twitch, but yeah.
Cringe
And
master.
it was a hard-ass earthquake, so I actively put my teacher's life in danger because she had to fucking run up to me and get me off of my desk.
The fucking desk. Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you say everything with it? Did you, like, say a line or something? Or did you just do
Yes!
the pose?
The fuck you think I was? I'm not gonna half-ass it. Kamina wouldn't half-ass it, so neither am I.
That's terrible to think about. What the fuck?
Oh, that's not even one of the that's nowhere near one of the worst autism stories. But it was the most relevant. And I will tell you for a fact, if I didn't have the size advantage, I probably would have been killed that day. Like, my classmates would have probably killed me.
Why would they kill you? Wait.
Welcome to the Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program.
What?
I don't get why they would kill you.
First subject AC. Madsen.
You know, the bullying.
Invincible Rummy.
You know, they make fun of me to the
They
point
would
that
be right in doing so.
evaluation.
Nah.
yeah, you know, they do the whole. Well, let's just say that the undesirables, quote unquote, got rocks thrown at him. So. Yeah. Yeah. Have I not talked about this one kid who got a rock thrown at him and I could see his fucking brain?
I distinctly remember this.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
Tell him again anyway.
So the kid was like fucking 6 or 7, I'm pretty sure. And there was this little hill next to the playground. Well, not a hill. It was more so like an incline, and at the top there was this area with a fence, and there were a bunch of rocks and stones there for some reason that I don't know why they didn't clear. They probably didn't give a shit. And you know, the kids who got bullied got rocks thrown at him, as one does.
Concluding
You know,
evaluation.
boys will be
Well done.
boys. I would say if some of the girls didn't partake, but that's neither here nor there. So there was this really dumb kid. He might have been autistic too. I don't know. But the point is that he was a weirdo. I know, Rich, coming from me, but it's an objective observation. All right, see you later, asshole. So the kid was getting shit thrown at him, and he actually threw some back to the point that it became a bit of a game. Um, you know how people will punch each other and then just become the best of friends. Well, not people, men. Essentially mostly men.
Sure.
So that was happening in real time. And there was, so okay. Another background piece of information: throwing rocks was a form of playing as well as bullying. The difference was the intent and whether or not you fought back.
Right. Of course.
So it went from bullying to a game. It was starting to turn into the game side of throwing rocks at each other. But then, one of the dudes who was doing the bullying turned playing, decided to grab a rather sizable rock. And I mean one of those two-handers, something, the type that you see someone holding over their head with the intent to kill someone else. Yeah, he decided to grab one of those and fucking chuck it at the little shit's head with all of his might. Just fucking spirit bomb his ass with a rock.
The spirit definitely left his body at that point, yeah.
Yep. So, next thing I know, the kid is rolling down the hill. And then he stands up, and the loudest shriek I have ever heard in my life comes out of his mouth as all the kids and all the teachers start rushing over. And I get a clear shot amongst the crowd because, again, tallest kid around.
Never gonna keep you down.
Never gonna keep you down, baby. So, tallest kid around, and I get to see that the kid is fucking standing there losing his shit with his skull cracked open. Like, I could actively see his brain matter. It was crazy. And yeah, so I saw it, and it was nothing new for me at the time, because again, 4chan was my babysitter. Which, yeah, before anyone says it, yeah, I know, it explains a lot, yada yada.
It explains a lot.
So they take the kid away, and take this how you will. Yeah, he said it. He said the thing. Take this how you will, but I am pretty sure I never saw the kid again.
That's because he died.
Probably.
Ew.
So yeah, good times. Good times were had. I miss watching kids die.
Okay. To a game of rocks. There's not even a name for it. You just call it rocks.
I don't know. I lost against a rock when I was in school, so I can relate.
Is that why you decided to become what you are? To take revenge?
Revenge. Okay, long story short, we were playing soccer. It was elementary. We were playing soccer in the courtyard, and someone pushed someone. Someone pushed someone. I pushed rock. So at the end of the domino, my left arm got 2 compound fractures from a rock, and the lunch lady who was supervising us didn't believe me. But then the gym teacher was walking by, took one look, and threw my ass in a wheelchair and brought me over to the hospital.
A wheelchair.
And from that day onwards, he swore no rock would remain uncracked.
Well, the reason why he threw me in a wheelchair is because all Catholic community, so it was like church, school, hospital, like right beside each other.
Alright. At least that's lucky.
Yeah, unlucky though, the doctor was an ass, so by the time my cast was set, my mom was there, and once the cast set, he slapped my arm. He's like, "You'll be fine, Zen," and I was ready to cry again, and my mom just whipped me out of there.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, it was a compound fracture in my wrist and more towards my elbow, so it pretty much like, my arm was dangling. You've seen arms dangling before when they're broken. It was pretty much that.
This poor man got Harry Pottered. Shit. Thanks for the story. No problem, buddy.
And I'd rather have my arm broken in 2 spots than have my skull cracked open.
Yeah. Nah, he must probably just move to another school. Yeah, a little school in the clouds. Don't worry, he'll be fine. He just moved. We just sent him to a farm. He's running around in the prairie as we speak. Just prancing about. Not a care in the world.
Our long sang starts playing in the background.
You could have broken your arm off and converted it into the best extendo stretch Armstrong gripper ever. Okay, is it strange for me to say that I've like never seen any super serious injuries in my life?
Neither seen nor experience. Man, you live an eventful life.
Trust me, I am aware that I've been very sheltered, despite me living in an area where I could get mauled by a bear at any moment.
Yeah, you're not alone in that. I'm in bear territory.
Yeah, but like even then, the worst I've like seen is probably like my little cousin got bit by one of my dogs, like next to the eye.
Ew.
Because the dog was like, she just had some babies, so
All hormoned up.
yep. So my cousin decides to wanted to take a look. She didn't like that and bit him like almost directly in the eye.
Lovely.
Yes. Needless to say, that dog wasn't around for very much longer afterwards.
Yep, I'll do that.
I don't think they killed her. I think they just sold her off, so. I hope
Yeah,
not.
sold her off to a farm in the clouds.
I know. I can see the Craigslist posting. Used dog only ate 1 child.
Body
Only.
count 1.
He's still fine. He's only slightly stupid.
By human standards or by your standards?
I'll go with my standards. Which I know is probably not as bad as compared to you, but still.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
if we're talking injuries, do I even want to go about the time I found a fucking dead body?
Not surprising.
I don't think I've heard this one.
Yeah, I haven't said it in detail, anyways.
Now you have to.
Yeah, fuck it. So, it was election season, and this is an important detail. This is a very important detail. So it was election season, and you know, when the regime wants to stay in power, election season is a very important time. So,
So what the Democrats wish happened on January 6th actually happened in Venezuela? What a shock.
yeah, you can say that. So, the thing is, back then, I don't know if they're still playing, but back then, the government had this sort of, they had these sort of bike gangs under their payroll. And they would just ride around town, you know, intimidating people and, you know, just carrying weapons around, mainly shotguns. And, of course, it is no secret that they know who you vote for. So the day after the elections, they go out hunting. And you know, it was to the point that we all took our precautions. We knew what to do. We hid in our homes, and people are not supposed to be out on the streets because that's asking to get murked. So the day after the election, I go out. I leave the sanctity of my house, and next to my house there was sort of an empty lot. Right on the corner of the street. So it was an empty lot, but it was all overgrown. So no one had claimed it or anything. It had gone unsold, so there was no construction, nothing. It was just a massive plain of greenery. And I go out, I'm walking my dog, and the motherfucker starts to sniff around the greenery and tries to make his way in. And, you know, due to his efforts and his constant pulling, he does get me a little bit of the way into the depths of the terrain. And long story short, I found a dude who got heroed through the mouth.
Ah.
Okay, lovely.
Yep.
It's good that we're talking about this. I'm still here building the fucking mech. You know, no worries.
Hey,
Just, you know.
you know, you're prepping to commit crimes against humanity. I'm talking about crimes against humanity. It all fits together.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be bringing 2 laser blades, but no, yeah, unlock the weapons bay.
Maybe bring a shotgun. Keep it on topic, you know.
It was with a shotgun.
Yeah, what do you think I mean by heroed?
I don't know the specifics of what hero is. I just know it's, you know.
Okay.
It is a euphemism for sewer slide.
Yes, I know that much, but I don't know, like, I didn't know it specifically meant with a shock.
Okay, do you not know one of the most famous suicide videos on the internet?
No.
Whenever we joke about doing it on stream, we are referring to a very specific video of a guy who did it on stream.
This is like ancient lore.
Yep.
And hero origin. I'm just looking for an easy digestible thing for anyone who doesn't know. Ah, there we go. Think you know your
You're
me.
gonna send me it. The actual video itself.
The hero itself is not really related to the video. I don't think, anyways. It's someone announcing that they were going to do it, and
Oh my god, this was on MySpace. Jesus Christ.
yeah, they were announcing that they were going to do it, and they said they would be an hero. They would be remembered as an hero. But yeah, the most famous Kermit video on the internet is a guy. Well, Fucking Kurt Cobain. Yeah, pulling a Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobaining. There you go.
When the translator
you-
becomes as famous as the video.
You ought to know Kurt Cobain, right, Chipper?
Yep.
You know what
Yeah.
happened to him, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah. The guy I found got Kurt Cobain by a third party.
No, what he's not admitting is that he was actually the one who did it, and he just doesn't want to tell people on stream.
Right in front of my original Kurt Cobain microphone. There you go. Thank you,
Number
Sushi.
28, rank F.
He's
But
so
yeah,
Subject AC.
that's what I found.
Pickaxe. Call
And I
sign.
think that is the
Index
worst
data.
injury I have ever witnessed inflicted onto someone else.
Commencing
At least in real
evaluation.
life. I've seen worse on the internet.
Main system activating combat mode.
But seriously, have you never incurred like nothing?
For me?
Yeah.
No. Like,
It really is nothing.
I'm trying to like think of anything.
Have you ever stubbed your toe really, really hard?
No.
Oh
Guess
my
not.
fucking god.
At this point, I think he has no built-in resistance at this point. So if we
Target
just
destroyed.
shove him slightly hard, he will
Including
fucking fall
evaluation.
apart.
Well done.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys were quiet compared to the game. All right, you're quiet. Or it's quiet.
All right, I wasn't even listening to the stream, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. I had
Cypher's people have a history of just being knocked over by a stiff breeze.
No, but seriously, did you not play outside as a kid or anything? No
I
climbing
mean,
trees.
I
Not
did. The thing.
throwing
Okay.
yourself at rivers.
Okay. So
Running into traffic. No.
okay. Well, for one, I can't run out into traffic because where I lived, there was just. I was in the middle of the woods. All right, I was in the middle of the woods, so traffic is a no-go. I mean, I did have a four-wheeler that I drive around. Climbing trees isn't really something I could do either. The trees there were like just super slender and not worth climbing, in my opinion.
This man
Also,
is
bears.
fat. This man is fucking fat.
Kind of that too, not gonna lie. But like, okay, I can name off a few like injuries that were kind of bad. Not really. Like one time, I was like playing out in the woods with my sister, and we both fell into some barbed wire that was just out there. That was pretty bad.
Okay, that sounds rather significant. Yeah.
Yeah, but like no serious wounds from that were incurred. Well,
God damn it.
okay, the only like wound that I've had that like has remained after all this time was the time I was like sitting behind a chair at home, and the chair had like a little piece of metal sticking out of it, and so it like stabbed into my chest, like almost where the heart is, if I'm honest.
What the fuck?
And so my initial reaction was like, ow, I need to get this out. But instead of like jumping backwards, I like turned to my right. And so the wound just kind of like the thing just cuts through my chest.
You zigged when you should have zagged.
Pretty much. And so the wound is just like a huge gash across my chest. It's mostly healed. But there's like a big old bump there of a scar. It's just like next to where my heart is. It didn't.
Harp through the heart, and you're to blame.
You give love a bad name.
It is at this moment I am thankful that I didn't incur such an injury, because in my infinite autism I would have invented a really cool and edgy backstory for it.
You know, I was thinking about it at one point. I was like, no, I shouldn't. Because one, no one would believe it. I'm not that kind of...
It happened while I was fighting the demons of Celsrak.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely not that.
Don't touch it, babe. It still hurts.
Shut up, Jesus. I got hit in the head with a metal baseball bat. But that one didn't really hurt. I don't remember crying at that, but I do remember getting hit really hard and I fell over.
I once hit a kid in the head with a baseball bat.
Cool.
Good times. Yeah.
He's admitting
Except that one didn't get up.
Okay, Jesus.
I think that one was less kid and more you were fleeing the country.
You know, I'm starting to understand why they consider me an enemy of the state.
Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah. Maybe their decision was more sensible than I thought.
But they're commies, so they're always wrong.
Maybe this one time they might have been right.
Just when you think you know a guy. Ugh.
Oh, I did cut off like a piece of my pinky with a swing set.
Like just the skin?
Yeah, kind of. There's like a pretty noticeable scar on my pinky.
This
I don't-
but a flesh wound.
Yeah, I think so. But I do remember that moment because, one, while it did hurt, I was just sitting there like, holy shit, what the fuck? Because it happened so suddenly, and I was just kind of like in shock that like that happened. And then I went into the bathroom, and so I would like try to get something to wrap over it. And I remember looking at the pinky, and there's just something hanging out of it.
And I assume that something was the rest of the pinky?
I think so.
He doesn't even know.
Yeah, no, it was just a whole blur that day because it's just.
It was so traumatizing he repressed that memory.
I only remember crying because my parents weren't there. They were in Vegas. So I had to run to my grandma's to get to the hospital.
So your parents were no. There's
Yes.
a racial joke. There is a racial joke to be made, but
They were there. They were there stealing, doing industrial espionage for their casino.
yep.
Yes, let's go with that. Okay. You know what? Hang on, I'll be right back. I need to go and get something. You can hold over the stream, right? You two? Don't drop any slurs, please.
No promises.
We will surely get this channel demonetized, banned. The FBI is going to come for you.
I will give you your own enemy of the state experience, buddy. Don't worry.
Great. Wonderful. All right, I'll be right back.
He's gonna go look for the other half of the pinky.
Yeah, him talking about it, he reminded himself of it, and he's longing to be whole.
To be complete once again. When he reattaches it, it's gonna be like Thanos putting on the final stone. It's gonna go full power.
Nah, I'm picturing Dead Space, but instead of Isaac's girlfriend, it's just like his pinky, just like disembodied pinky, just kind of floating in the air. It's like, Cypher, make us whole.
The title, the first title, the first letter of every level spells out the pinkies in the fridge. No, Dazzle, I'm not brown enough. Daddy Twitch is not going to like it. I can say many a thing. Pinky make us whole. Yeah, that was the joke, Uber. Thank you.
Now I got the Pinky and the Brain theme stuck in my head.
Out of all the cuts you could have made, you chose the deepest cut.
And now the Elmira version is creeping into my brain now.
I feel like I don't think I ever listened to the Pinky and the Brain theme in English.
I have to find Pinky and the Brain theme Spanish now.
Well, you're gonna find what the fuck? You're gonna find either the Latin American version or the Spaniard version, and I have never listened to the latter, and I would like to keep it that way.
That's the Latam version.
Okay, good. Pinky and the Brain theme song. There we go.
Sorry, bro. Okay, let's make my take.
It's a funny language.
I'm just amused that Pinky is just Pinky, but then Brain is translated to Cerebro.
I mean, it's just that we don't really have a. Okay, so the thing is, the way they do it is that the kind of the term for. Okay, how do I explain this? We don't really have an equivalent for Pinky. Like it's just another finger, you know, because I'm pretty sure it's meant to be Pinky as in pinky finger.
Yeah.
We don't have an equivalent for that. We just call it the small finger or the short finger, and of course that's not gonna roll in a song, or for a character. So just call him Pinky, and Brain is just Cerebro. Yeah, that's just directly translated.
I'm just thinking of a bunch of jokes, but I can't say them.
Damn you, Twitch!
Okay, so probably the workaround, instead of just calling him Pinky in Spanish, just call him the exceptional capital R.
Call him Finger then? No, because no, that makes no. That's stupid. That's the thing. Pinky at least sounds like a name that you could call something, but Finger? Listen, this predates the kid named Finger memes by about 20 years. All right, Dazzle. We couldn't be that ahead of our time. So it just wouldn't make any sense. And trust me, it's better to keep it in English than to try to be kooky with it, because we did that in the past multiple times to hilarious yet massively stupid results. Just unfathomably stupid. For example, Wolverine back in the day, this is my go-to example every time. Wolverine, the Marvel character. We do have a word for Wolverine, but it's not really common. Okay, no, we kind of do have it, but it's it's originating from Castile Spanish. So we're kind of forced to use it, but we don't like to use it. So instead of calling him, you know, translating his name and calling him the Spanish word for Wolverine, they called him the Dynamic Needle. Because the only example
So,
of
so no. So what's his superpower? He's really good at giving tattoos.
Okay, no, so the thing is, back then, the only example of Wolverine they had to go off of in media, because I think the comics had not been translated at the time, was this one scene from one of the old-ass Marvel cartoons from the 60s. I forget which one it is. It might have been the Avengers? It's just one of the really old ones, around the era of the first Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah.
The X-Men show up, and the only the only thing that Wolverine does with his entire screen time is him pulling out the the middle blade and fucking shish kebabbing a bunch of fruit. And that's all he does with all of his screen time. That's the entirety of his appearance.
I think it's time well spent.
So they took that and said, okay, so his power is to pull out a blade of a blade from his knuckles, because he only pulls out the one, so they think it's just the one. So they just say, fuck it, dynamic needle, that'll do. Fuck it. Print it. Record it. Put it on air.
Hello, by the way.
Hello, Chipper.
What's going on?
No, they were just talking about shitty Latin American translations. How Wolverine is called was in the 60s was called the dynamic needle.
And this comes after we were trying to figure out why. Well, we know why, but why Pinky in Spanish is just Pinky.
Yep. So, how do you feel now that you've been made whole, Chipper?
Terrible. I don't know what the fuck is going on out there, but okay.
The
Part of me just-
melanated individuals are acting up.
You know what? Yes. Except they're not melanated. They're one of Haka's
Okay.
kind.
Oh, so a different kind of melanin.
Yes.
The one induced by white powder of dubious origin.
Yes. Partner just wants to call and go check out what the fuck's going on, but
You might want to end stream just to gain a little bit more situational awareness in case things go sideways.
yes, in case they have to have another stream moment where a bullet goes flying through the window or something.
No, just hear me out. What you're gonna want to do is grab any speaker that you may have, look up Shala Hechala in Spanish, and blast it out the window, and you'll be safe.
A little too late for that, I think.
What do you mean?
I just say it might be a little too late.
What do you do, Chipper? What do you do? Don't tell me you badmouthed Goku. You never badmouth Goku. I've taught you this.
It wasn't me.
I think it's less anime and more that the gang members are getting are beyond the point of return.
We'll go with that one.
Well, fuck. I would still try the Chala method just to be safe.
Alright, I gotta go steal a speaker then. 2 hours. I mean, I don't know if I really did more than
2
last
hours.
time, but
80% of that was menus.
Yeah, look. Once you told me, oh, you gotta press a button, you'll see more. That's when I knew we might be here a while. So.
I once again, I am to blame, and I take this with great pride.
Yes, thank you for the menu stream once again. But
It is my honor.
look, next time, now that the whole menu thing is out of the way, we might be able to do a little more next time.
Yeah, you know what?
Next
Maybe.
time on Cypher Ball Z.
Da, 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 da. You know, but in a more serious note, maybe in the meantime, try to familiarize yourself with the menus so you don't have to be trying to, spend like 20 minutes trying to figure out what everything means.
I'm probably still gonna have to figure out what it means as I go along on stream. If there's more, that is.
Well, I mean, you still gotta figure out how to do the build within your build.
Yes. We'll get to that
Then,
at some point. I'll figure it out probably off stream. So.
yeah.
2.5 hours.
I love robots!
Unfortunately.
How much do you love robots?
Yay!
Exactly.
You heard him when the Rusty came out. I mean, it's probably only the tip of the iceberg, but
I was being facetious.
yes. But still.
Just be sure to not have me around when you stream the worm. Because I will do a live bow reaction, and you do not want me around when I do the live bow reaction.
And my only request is that Cypher doesn't get in between the Bloods and the Crips.
I'll think about it. Look, I'm not wearing any blue or red, so I'm fine. Like, they won't bat an eye at first.
Oh my god, he's wearing purple.
Filthy fence-sitting fuck.
I'm not wearing purple either. I'm black.
Yeah, this is known, but what are you wearing?
More black.
Oh, he's trying to camouflage. Okay.
I was more making fun of his avatar. It has purple accents.
That doesn't. Well,
That's blue.
yeah.
Blue to the point of purple.
A case could be made.
Look, it's better than a. What? Am I even? Is it this one? I think a red. Super red. Well, lightish red.
Okay, so you have a Bloods mode and you have a Crips mode.
Yes. Again, camouflage.
So, do you use this model for like a week every month, or?
I mean, I used it last time. I forgot the reason why, but so yeah, it gets used. Also, it's just literally just color correction. That's all I did to it. I'm too lazy to go out and make actual good adjustments to it. Anyway, I'm gonna turn that off because I don't like red, if I'm honest. I'm more of a blue guy.
Rig it, you coward.
I gotta ask M to do that.
Why?
Because oh wait, no, she already has the other one coming out. Oh, well, she's supposed to be having that one working.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I have another
The super secret project.
Yes, I have another piece she is working on since March. I haven't seen anything regarding it. It's okay. I mean, iOS has
Considering it involves you too, I feel the need to ask: is there any genitalia to
No.
action involving two males?
No.
Okay, it's a valid question.
It's nothing of the sort. It's just look. It's just part of not this character because I have a different. This is just Ravine's character she made a while back. So this isn't actually me, if I'm honest, but
This is not how I feel inside.
This isn't my actual OC, okay, guys?
My OC is way cooler than this. It has like laser guns and a really big penis.
I don't know, I'm not a laser guy either, but you know.
Oh, that's where you take issue.
I mean, if I complain about the big penis, there's gonna be, oh, so you want a small one or something. Like, I'm just not gonna, you know, talk about it. Yes, Haka, I have a big dick.
Thank you for sharing this information with me. My day is now brighter, thank you.
Yeah, you're...
My overall quality of life has improved.
This is knowledge that needed to be shared.
I mean, it was.
They say knowledge is power, and I'm feeling powerful right now.
I don't know how. I get a feeling he's gonna use it against me.
No comment.
Whatever. You know what? Okay, whatever. End stream. Say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
I hate you.